Marcus looking for a shot early. I mean, did you like to see that aggressiveness from him?
Yeah, and I still thought he passed up some that he should have took. He's, you know, we put such an emphasis on ball movement and being unselfish, make the right play. I mean, tonight, what do we have? 21 assists, 31 baskets, 21 assists. That's, you know, that's not easy to do. But you know, Marcus plays the right way. You know, we give our kids freedom to make plays, but the caveat is make the right play. Doesn't mean you have to shoot it. You know, we define what the right play is. You know, don't play in traffic. There's two people, you got to move it. You know, I took Tremont out early in the second half for making that mistake. You know, I have no patience. With taking that. You don't need to, not on this team. The ball will find you. Look how unselfish Jarris was. You know, our guys don't care how many points they score. So don't say, you know, Jarris had an off night. No, he didn't. He didn't have an off night. He could score 10 more points. He moved the ball, and that guy moved the ball, and so Jarris gets no credit for it, but he made the right play. So as long as they might make the right play, then they're playing Cougar basketball.
Yeah, Kelvin, on the ball movement, just what Jamal's been able to do over this recent stretch. His assist to turnover ratio is close to like 8-1, something like that. Just how he's taking care of the ball and found people.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that Jamal had to get better at was hit singles. You know, beat Tom Brady, not Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes can throw 45-yard post routes on the dime, whereas Tom Brady get 45 yards. He just throws it a 2-yard hook or screen pass, and the guy runs 45. Hit singles. You know, a guy that throws those 45-yard post routes are, you know, those aren't those are grand slams. You know, you're not going to live off those. So make the right play. Make the easy play. Hit singles. Tom Brady's made a career out of hitting singles. You know, it's not interested in what other people think of his arm. He wins. Singles wins the games. You know, home runs, you can hit a home run, but you might strike out 3 times trying to hit another one. Whereas a single, those singles wins a lot more games over time.
Coach, can you talk about really that stretch there at the end of the first half where I think you guys like outscored them 38-7, and really you guys were keen in on rebound. You guys had 11 offensive rebounds off the 20 misses in the first half, and you held them to 3 of 23 shooting. Like how strong of a performance was that to close out the first half? Yeah, well, that's what we've made our living on around here for a long time. And we've defended and we've rebounded. There's 362 or 663 Division I schools in America. I think we're going into tonight. We're number 8th ranked defensive team in the country. Same amount of teams, and I think we were 6th on offense. So, you know, we're a good defensive team. We're a good rebounding team. Not great. I've had some great rebounding teams, but we're still good. You know, we're still a good rebounding team. But we're working to get better. You know, you never, you know, a season's a lot like an elevator, either going up or going down. You know, you always work to go up. You know, we worked on that today. We're doing it yesterday. We're doing it the day before. You know, we're always working on something we need to get better at. And then you see them come out tonight, you see the fruits of their labors. You see why we work, because we get good at it. And it's not easy to be good. You know, the problem with being 23-2 sometimes is the record is for us is irrelevant. What's relevant is how much better can we get this time of year? You know.
We'll go to Josh Glenn. Everyone, just kind of one of the guys that's been around this team for a while. Just, you know, what have you seen from the younger guys, and you know, things that you've maybe seen from previous teams that you're sort of seeing that give you optimism, just heading down the stretch?
Just playing with a lot more confidence. Going into the game, not as nervous more, knowing what they need to do and how to help the team. Like Emanuel and Terrence, they come in and impact the game on the defensive end because we know they can score. And once you have more people that can defend, slow the game down a lot for us too. Get a lot of leak outs, clean rebounds, and just knowing, the freshmen that's coming in, impact and winning, just helps us and makes us still a better team.
Kelvin, wanting to get more out of your bench.
Yeah.
How did you feel, getting some of these guys some more extended playing time?
Yeah. Unfortunate that Terrence rolled his ankle, had to go in the back. That's unfortunate, but we also have a little window here coming up that gives him a chance to get back healthy. That's the good thing. But Emmanuel's coming along. I thought he did a tremendous job blocking out tonight. But he's always been a naturally aggressive kid. He's naturally aggressive. He and Reggie both. If I had to pick two guys that's most likely to foul out, I would say Reggie and Emanuel. Oh, my bad, they fouled out. How many Reggie have tonight? Reggie's fouls are always relative to his minutes. At 2's in 9 minutes. Give him 20 minutes or so. He'll show you. But Reggie, JVA, Terrence, and Emmanuel. That's our bench. Those four guys, all four are good players. All four contribute, impact winning for us. Not every night. Last time I checked, they bleed and they breathe, so they're going to make mistakes. But I like the fact that they're getting better. Look at Emanuel versus November, December, early to mid-January. He's not the same guy, and neither are we. We've had a lot of struggles like every team, ups and downs during the course of a season. We've only lost 2 games. We probably should have lost some more. We're lucky to only have 2 losses. Teams don't usually go 23-2. But again, losses never really bother me that much. Just like I don't get overly carried away with wins. I do know the pulse of this team, and the thing this team really needs right now is rest. We've had a tough stretch starting in New Orleans. It's just been nonstop. Not many teams have played 3 out of 4 games on the road, and look at the geography of those games. Orlando to Wichita to Philadelphia. Again, these are human beings. It impacts them. It impacts the way their legs, the way they play. So for us to stay at that high a level and be 11-1 in the league after all that, proud of my team.
Coach, they made their first 2 3-pointers, and then that media timeout happened. Then they missed their next 16. Is there something that you told them at that media timeout, an adjustment you made?
Well, Dusty, let me define field goal percentage defense to you. Most nights, if you catch a team on an off night and you come in and say, Coach, your field goal percentage defense was good. No, it wasn't. They just missed a bunch of open shots. So I don't take credit for other teams' misses. They were open a lot. Just like ours. The other team guarded us well from the 3-point line. No, they didn't. Most teams just missed shots. That happens. So I don't take any credit for that. The first half, the one thing that we do is our kids are so system-oriented at helping. Sometimes they help because that's where they're supposed to be, and there's nobody to help off on. I think the first 3 they got was in that left corner. Shouldn't have got it off. There was nobody to help. Tremont cracked back. It was a baseline drive. Somebody went over and stopped the driver, which they should do. Then Tremont got to where he's supposed to be if there's somebody on the other block. But they lifted their 4-man. So there was nobody on the block. So he went to where he would be if there's somebody on the block. There's nobody there, Tremont. Go to the corner. So that's why you watch film. And Oh, you know, our defense was dominant tonight. Our rebound is dominant. I mean, but Griffin has made 55 threes. The leading three-point shooter in this conference is Beston, shooting 46%. Now, we ran at him and contested his shots well, but we catch him in another. We may do the same thing, and he goes 6 for 7. You know, look at the way Cincinnati shot the ball the other night. No, forget Cincinnati. Look at Battle. Are you kidding me? How good our defense was on him. It's like Jose Altuve hitting a line drive at what's the good exit velocity for a line drive? 100. Well, let's say he hits 190, 100 miles an hour, and it's a seed, and it's right at the center fielder. What do? Tell the pitcher, great job getting him out? No, it's just he was lucky. You know, those shots Battle was hitting the other day. Are you kidding me? You know, coaches say, work on shots you're going to take in a game. Really? He works on those shots? But that tells you how talented he is. But our defense was outstanding the first half against Temple. They made a bunch of tough threes. We didn't change anything at halftime. What adjustment did you make? None. Just keep guarding them. You know, you're not going to make those for 40 minutes. So, no, we did nothing the second half. We did nothing to stop Temple other than do what we always do. They had an off night tonight.
Emanuel, how much has your defense improved since you started here?
I would say a lot. I'm more comfortable on the defensive end. The more you play, the more experience you have, you know where to be and what spots to be in. So just being out there on the floor more, it really helps my defense. So I'm more experienced now, so I'm in my spots more.
I agree with that. Emmanuel's improved tremendously on defense. Proud of Emmanuel.
First, Kelvin, what's the plan for the next few days? And then with the players, how much can you use this break? How much is, having some days to catch your leg, catch your wind, going to help down the stretch here? Just in terms of how this break, you feel like you guys need it. You haven't had.
Go ahead, Jay.
Just taking advantage of it, getting as much treatment because we know what we're heading into. Every game is important, but we focus on one game at a time. So, treatment one day at a time, get our bodies right, get back sharp, and we know what stretch that we're about to go on. So everybody just need to be locked in, take care of our bodies, and, go from there.
I mean, it's just a good mental reset for us and for our bodies too, just be able to take this break and breathe a little bit and prepare for this next stretch, like Jaywan said, and just gather ourselves really after this tough stretch we just went through.
I think yesterday was our 84th practice. Plus 2 scrimmages is 86, and then 20. What I say our record was? How many games we? So we played 25 games, 2 scrimmages, and 83 practices. It's a long year. Then when you factor in June, July, August, September, it's a long year. And this. I thought we needed a little break maybe 10 days ago. Our kids they've been up against it. But, coming through those coaches and players, we don't analyze wins or losses. We just figure out how we're going to get better. But our schedule, I got to go recruiting, so I'll be on the road I'll be out tomorrow, but what is tomorrow, Thursday? We'll go Friday, Saturday. So we'll take tomorrow off. We'll go Friday, Saturday, probably take Sunday off, Monday, Tuesday, and bus over to Dallas on Wednesday and play Thursday. That'll be our schedule.
Last question, we'll go to James here in the middle.
Yeah, Emanuel, Coach has talked about just with developing the bench, how y'all are playing a lot of freshmen, and it's sort of uncommon. Just you talked about growing more confident, but what have you learned just, as you've eased into this role and sort of been, thrown into some of these big moments over the course of to where you are from, November to now mid-February?
I mean, just in all parts, just learning how to play with different lineups, who's out there on the floor, learning, knowing your teammates, like you play a different way with Mark and Maul, and just, it's important for me and Terrence and Jay and Reg to come in and give them guys a breather. And just playing well when we're out there gives Coach the confidence to have, confidence in this bench to put us in when the starters need a break.
And to add to that too, just knowing your role. Just going into the game knowing what you got to focus on and knowing what you got to do to impact the team and help them win.